Hello, everybody. If you're joining this, I'm just testing out my Nightbot. We're going to have a great show on Sunday, the 26th, where we're going to invite Bill from Warmstrong's Adventures, and we're going to talk about East Coast versus West Coast. Um, but right now, I'm just testing out the system, trying to see where I went wrong. I was supposed to have Nightbot in last session, and it didn't work, so I'm just kind of hanging out in here and testing my chat system, testing Nightbot here, and seeing if it's going to come in and why it didn't come in. Hello, two travelers. I'm just testing out my live stream software here, but it's good to see you. How's everything going in Mexico? Hopefully everything's going out there in Mexico. In I believe you're in San Miguel right now. No, you're in San Luis Potosi right now, right? If I remember right, you're in San Luis Potosi. Is that correct? Um, like I said, I'm just here testing out. Supposedly, I have this thing called Nightbot, and it's supposed to come in and help moderate my chat so like people can drop links. I'm using what's called, yes, San Luis Potosi. There it is right there. Yeah, I'm using a program called EveMukes. It's I'll put it here in the chat. EV Mukes is what I'm using. And I like the streaming software a lot. It allows me to do a lot of things. Um, but what I'm testing right now is I'm trying to test to see why um, I have this bot that's supposed to come in and help regulate my chat, my chats for live stream, and it's not coming in. And I think it's because I probably did some kind of weird setting, and that's why it's not coming in. So I'm checking it out. Um, I'm going to try to enable some commands here. And also I'm going to try to like tell it to part the channel and then come back in the channel. See, what's interesting is Nightbot is in is logging in. I can see in Nightbot right now it is logging the conversation because I can see that there are 5 messages in the chat in Nightbot and it's logging it. So it knows that I am live right now. Um, but what's interesting is it doesn't show that Nightbot's in the chat. So I think what I might need to do is go over to Nightbot itself um, and see and make sure, well, I'm subscribed to Nightbot. I'm going to go to my YouTube settings right now and make sure that Nightbot is still active as a moderator in my live streams. I would think so, but I don't know. I'm still learning how to use all these bots and software. Like I said, I really like the EveMuke software. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well out there in San Luis Potosi. Hopefully the weather's good for you over there. Yes, that's how it works. That's how it's supposed to supposed to work. Um, it has a lot of functionality. With Nightbot, the way it works is it's supposed to do different things. It's supposed to moderate um, comments. Like if there's rude comments, it's supposed to be able to take them out automatically or time out that person. It's supposed to also give messages. For example, if I was to type hashtag, or you were to do hashtag drop link, it should, um, see, when I give that command, or if anybody in the chat puts in hashtag drop link, it should shout out your channel. It should send out a link to your channel, which is something that I want to do for my viewers so that when they're in the channel, that they can network. I always believe in networking. Hey, Ocean to Ocean, nice to see you in the house. I am just here testing out my live stream software. Actually trying to test out Nightbot. For some reason, Nightbot, everybody's coming into the chat, but Nightbot's not coming into the chat. So I'm trying to figure out why Nightbot is not coming into my chat. So if any of you out there know how to work Nightbot and why it's not in the chat, please let me know. I'm going to try telling it to leave the channel, and then I'm going to tell it to come back to the channel and see if that works. Um, so it's telling me that there's this link that I need to make Nightbot a moderator. And so I told Nightbot to go away right now, and then I told it to come back. Um, and hopefully it comes back again. So, um, yeah, I'm just kind of learning how to do this, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. Um, yeah, so hope everything's going good. It's kind of it was raining really bad here in California yesterday. We had a lot of rain here yesterday. Now it's just kind of a cloudy day, but it's not as bad as yesterday, and it's definitely not as bad as the East Coast. I hear the East Coast weather is really bad. Um, so that's kind of interesting. I wish I knew why. Um, how do I check for moderators on my. By the way, if anybody would like to be a moderator for this channel, I'm looking for moderators on this channel. I need help with my channel. Um, I need somebody that can help me do moderating. It's something that I'm not really sure how to do yet. So it's kind of weird. I shouldn't have got into live streaming if I don't know how to moderate, but that's how I do it on everything. I just gotta go for it. I figure you can learn on the way, so it's all good if you can just kind of learn on the way and figure it out on the way. Um, okay, so I'm looking at my moderator list here. Oh, this is interesting. So, um, there, I'm trying to make Nightbot a moderator. Um, but there's a lot of Nightbots out there. Oh, that's interesting. I'm trying to make Nightbot the moderator in here, and so I typed in Nightbot, but there's several in my list. So the question is, how do I know which one is the right Nightbot? Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't want to make like some like fake Nightbot a moderator, so that's going to be interesting. Here, I'm going to try to go to the Nightbot site and see if um, I can find something that will allow me. There is the official Nightbot app. Let's see if I do Nightbot app if that works. Um, because when I type in just Nightbot, um, there seems to be um, what I would call a bunch of copycats, and I'm afraid that those copycat people are going to try to do something bad to my channel, and that would be horrible. And then everybody would hate me if I started to spam um, bad links or something like that. Um, Now, let's see what's going on here. Still don't see Nightbot in the chat, so I am using my computer. I'm using my laptop right now for this one. Um, Maybe one day in the future, Yes, like that. That's what I'm trying to do is where it'll go to the link automatically. So it's still not coming in, or I don't see Nightbot coming in. Um, yeah, I might need to go back to StreamYard. I That might be the solution. I don't know, but I don't think Nightbot is tied to necessarily your streaming software. Like there's StreamYard and then there's eMux, but I don't think Nightbot really cares. I think Nightbot just cares if you're live. So, hey, how's it going, Mama Four Boys? I'm just here testing out my software. I'm trying to figure out why Nightbot is not working. Well, it's not in the chat. So, oh, there it is. It worked. It worked. It worked for Mama Four Boys. Yay! I got it. This was the whole reason for the test. I am so happy. Yay! I got Nightbot into the chat and it's moderating. So, yay! That's exactly what it's supposed to do. When you do the hashtag, exclamation drop link, it's supposed to drop your link. That is exactly what it's supposed to do. Thank you so much. I don't know. I think it was Mom of Four Boys had to come into the chat and make it work. Okay, that's it, Mom of Four Boys. You are going to have to be here on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time and 7 p.m. East Coast time because I need Nightbot to come in the chat. And apparently, Nightbot will not come into my chat if Mama Four Boys is not in here. I Thank you so much for helping me out. That's exactly why I was testing today. I was testing to make sure that my drop link comes in. I also have see it won't see what's going on there. I see your I see this your comment there too, travelers in Mexico. But the way I have it set up is I actually have anti-spam going on right now. So if somebody sends a link directly, like for example, you just typed in HTTPS to travelers in Mexico, it will actually hold that comment for review until I approve it. It didn't show up in the chat until I approved it because Nightbot holds that. Because what's happened is I get spammers coming into my channel and they'll start like sending out links for let's just say bad internet places. And I don't want any of my viewers to look for, I mean, you guys are awesome. I love you too. But I don't want any bad links in my comments. But I still want to share with everybody. So I want people to be able to share their channel links. So if you type in explanation mark drop link, that's a way for the real people like you guys to be able to show out your link. Hello Z, it's good to have Z in the house today. Thank you Z for coming. I am just doing a little pop-up here. I'm just testing out my eMuke software. I am trying to learn how to use Nightbot and I think it's working now. So um I think your explanation mark got upside down. It has to be explanation mark drop link. Try that. Try here. I'll put it into the chat so you can see it. Try has to be explanation drop link like that. No, the explanation mark can sometimes look like an upside down I, but it's actually explanation mark drop link. I did that chat that way because I figured um, that way it would work. And there's other commands that I have in here too. Um, One of the commands that I have is for it's supposed to every few minutes here. We'll see. It's supposed to be like I think I put it on an interval of 20 minutes. So this live stream is going to probably be at least 20 minutes. I'm testing this out. Um, I set up a new account with. There you go. That should work. Z. So I'm looking to see if Nightbot works. Yep, there it goes. There it goes, Z. There's Z's channel. I would encourage you, everybody, to network and talk to each other. Yeah, Mama Four Boys, Nightbot loves you. It doesn't love me. It loves you. I don't know why it loves you better more than it loves me, but I love that you're here, Mama Four Boys, because it wasn't working before. So I'm glad that it comes in. Like I said, you're gonna have to be here on Sunday when I have Bill on the show because otherwise I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Um, so it's very interesting. I'm gonna be on this test stream. I mean, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody for coming and helping me out with this software. Um, and so the idea is that in about 5 minutes, there should be an automatic message from Nightbot where it's going to talk about Coffee Cup. No, not Coffee Cup. Buy Me a Coffee. So I got an account with Buy Me a Coffee. I am trying to one day monetize this account. I wasn't really interested in monetizing anything, but I figure if YouTube is going to put ads on my channel, then I should be able to put some type of monetization in it. Um, I don't know. They don't allow you to go partner with them until you're 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 774 subscribers right now, and it seems like it's gonna be a long time before um before I get to 1,000 subscribers. So, in the meantime, I'm just looking to help out anytime I can. Travel can get expensive. Um, yes, please hit the thumbs up button. That would be awesome. Um, Even though this is just a test. The real show is going to be on Sunday, the 27th. Yeah, they do. They take away subs from you. And that's horrible. like, well, and the algorithm is weird how it does it. Um, to be honest, um, what it does is if people don't interact with your channel enough, it'll take away the subscriber. It's taken me off of different channels before. Like I will go into channels that I watch and that I know because they're my friends, and I'll go into their channels and I'll find that I'm unsubscribed. And it's not for inactivity either, so I don't really understand because I actively participate in a lot of channels. So I don't understand why YouTube unsubscribed me to that channel. At first, I thought it was just user error, but after it happened to like 10 different channels, I knew something was up. So I think what YouTube is trying to do is they don't want you to grow too fast. I actually know this story of this. There was this kid, and he was like a 9-year old kid, and he got cancer, and it was very interesting. He got cancer, and so he made a channel, and he wanted to document his cancer treatment. And he was really into pirates. That was his big thing. He was into pirates, and he got somehow involved with the Make a Wish Foundation, and the Make a Wish Foundation found out that he really liked pirates. So what he did is, well, what Make a Wish did is they actually got Johnny Depp to make this little video for the kid, and so Johnny Depp made a video for this little kid who had cancer, and he did it in the Jack Sparrow costume. It was the first time that Johnny Depp had done Jack Sparrow in like 10 years, and the channel just blew up. The channel was like at 150 subscribers, and then it after Johnny Depp came on, it went up to 100,000 subscribers like almost overnight. It was amazing how this channel blew up from like 100 subscribers. I was just following this little boy because I thought his story about his cancer treatment was amazing. But then when Johnny Depp came on, it went to like 100,000 subscribers. But then the week after that, YouTube shut his channel down completely. They took away his channel because they thought that he was spamming because he went from like 100 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers. Um, of course, a lot of people like myself were actually watching that channel, and we did a write-in campaign. Make a Wish Foundation got involved, and they did a write-in campaign to YouTube, and YouTube has now reinstated his channel again. So he got his channel back. He has his 100,000 subscribers, but it's the algorithm. My point is, it's the algorithm, and you never know. And that's the other thing. Hello, Lifestyle Gorian. Nice to see you in the channel. Meow meow. It's good to see you. Thank you for supporting. I would go to Lifestyle. By the way, Lifestyle Gorian, I have a new command in Nightbot now. So if you want to um, type in explanation mark, um, drop link. I would love to share your channel out, Lifestyle Gorian. Um, if you haven't been to Lifestyles Warren's channel, she just recently got back from Paris. So she likes to travel a lot too. So, um, yeah. You're almost there. You need to do like explanation drop link. It has to be all together, Mama for Boys, to work. Yeah, that's the other thing, Mama for Boys. YouTube also recommends random channels that I don't like. Um, Not to knock any of the children's kids videos, but I get a lot of those in my home screen. And so what it comes down to is you really have to just network to find the right channel for you, I think. Because yeah, there it is. Yay, it worked for two travelers in Mexico. Yeah, if you don't know two travelers in Mexico, they are an expat couple that moved from the United States to San Luis Potosi. And they're like me, they like to go to all those Pueblo Mágicos. And then there's Mama Four Boys. Let's see if it worked for you before. I don't know how many times you can do the command and it works. Up, see, I don't think I put a limit on how many times you can use that. I would just hope that people don't spam it. Yeah. So yeah, you never know. My next cruise is coming up in July, Z. I am going to Alaska, and I am going to be on the Norwegian Bliss in sailing out of Seattle, Washington, going up to Juneau, Alaska, through the glaciers and back. So that'll be my next cruise. Will be in July. The last week of July, I will be up in Seattle, Washington. My next trip will actually be in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Next month, for spring break, which should be interesting, I will be in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for a week. That will be a land trip. I'm going to go visit some. No, I am not from Washington. I am from California. Well, I would say sunny California, but today it's cloudy California. I am from Riverside, California, which is in Southern California. I'm only like 30 minutes away. Well, 40. Let's say 40 minutes away because we got traffic here in California. You got to watch out for the traffic here in California. I am about 40 minutes away from the Long Beach terminal. About the same to San Pedro. So the main sailing ports from where I'm at are Long Beach, San Pedro, and San Diego. But in July, I will be up in Washington, which is the main sailing port for the Alaska cruises. So I will be up in Alaska. But like I said, before that, in March, I will be in Puerto Vallarta. I'm really into. There's these things called Pueblo Mágicos. They're special towns in Mexico, and I want to visit some Pueblo Mágicos that are close to Puerto Vallarta. I love Puerto Vallarta. It's a beautiful coastal town, but I really enjoy looking at the little towns around those bigger cities. So what I do a lot, the Carnival Jubilee, December 23rd. Oh, okay. Yeah, is that part of the group cruise? I heard on Sea Lake Journeys that they're doing some kind of group cruise. Is that what that is? Ocean to ocean? Pueblo Fantasmas? I've not heard of Pueblo Fantasmas. I didn't know that was a thing. That is very interesting. Oh, there it goes. There's my other test. See, I was making sure that this chat was at least 20 minutes long. And so this is another thing that you can do on Nightbot. On Nightbot, you can have timed messages. So one of the timed messages that I have set is for buy me a coffee. I'm calling it buy me a hot chocolate because I don't drink coffee. I only drink hot chocolate. I I don't drink coffee. I drink hot chocolate. I also don't drink alcohol either. It's just my thing. So every 20 minutes, um, this message for buy me a coffee, which is kind of like a tip system. So like if you want to tip the channel, you can do that. So is that like okay? Well, I do know of one town that's kind of like that. There's this one town that's called Real Catorce. Real Catorce was a mining town that was abandoned and now is being rehabilitated. But I think Real de Catorce is also a pueblo mágico. Um, See, like ghost towns in Mexico are not really a thing, as you know, because if if people abandon the land in Mexico, somebody will be there to reoccupy that land. So I've never seen a real ghost town in Mexico, but if you know of a ghost town, I am interested in seeing it. So please let me know. Hi, Cal L. Daly. Nice to see you in the chat. If you're interested in dropping your link, please write in exclamation mark drop link. I am just doing a little test here today so that I can get ready for my real live stream on Sunday the 27th, where I'm going to be having Bill from Armstrong's Adventure, and we're going to talk about East versus West Coast. And I just noticed that my that's going to show up bad because my logo is over over the East Coast logo. So that's interesting. So yeah, coming up this Sunday, the 27th, 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, I will be. Oh, you need no spaces. Don't put any spaces. Just type in exclamation mark drop link all as one word. There you go. There you go. If you put it in like that, um, that will drop your link. There you go. I'm testing out Nightbot today, and I don't know what happened. It wasn't working on my last live stream, so I wanted to make sure before I had a guest on for this live stream that's coming up on Sunday that I tested out my system, um, that it would work. Um, yeah. Going back to what two travelers in Mexico um, was talking about. Yeah, I've never seen a real ghost town in Mexico before. I've seen towns that like got flooded, or like in Real de Catorce, what happened there was a volcano that exploded, and so the whole town got covered in ashes. But then, like after the town was like abandoned, then people came back. I think the closest thing that I've ever seen to a ghost town in Mexico would be there are some places in Baja California where where some of the missions got abandoned. Um, I don't know how much you know about California, but in California we have the 21 missions. But before the California missions came, there was actually missions down in Baja California. But after the Spanish left the West Coast, they kind of abandoned a lot of the missions. Many of them, the ruins are still there in Baja California, and I visited them. Well, I visited some of them. My favorite is in down in a town called Mulegé. In the town of Mulegé, there's a really beautiful abandoned mission there, and I did a video on that if you ever want to check out Mulegé. I love driving down the Baja Peninsula. I'm definitely a West Coast person. I love California all the way up from San Francisco down to the tip of Cabo. That is definitely my route. Is I like talking about everything that the West Coast has to offer. Anyways, this test is now going on 30 minutes. Thank you so much, people, for coming and testing with me. It looks like Nightbot is in the house. It looks like it is working. Please join me again on Sunday the 27th, 4 p.m. Yes, thank you, Mom of Four Boys, for coming. If it wasn't for you, Mom of Four Boys, Nightbot wouldn't be working. It was not working until you came into the chat. And you can ask anybody else in the chat. Please connect with each other. All of you have great channels. I love looking at all of your channels. And come back this Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be talking to Bill from Warmstrong's Adventures. And we'll be talking about East Coast versus West Coast traveling on cruises. And I think it's going to be a great conversation. And I will see you on Sunday. Thank you so much for watching.